What's up guys, this is Josh from CaliforniaThroughMyLens.com, and today I want to talk about waterfalls. This list is my 7 favorite Southern California waterfalls ranked from easiest to hardest. Let's check it out. First on the list is Millard Falls. Millard Falls is a 1-mile round-trip hike that follows the stream through Millard Canyon all the way to the waterfall. The waterfall itself is really unique with a large rock that sits on top of it, creating an impressive flow. This is a great waterfall hike for the whole family, and it's the easiest waterfall hike on this list. Second on this list is Heart Rock Falls in Crestline. While it's not as impressive as some of the other waterfalls on this list, the 2-mile hike takes you to a unique waterfall. From the base, it looks like any other 25-foot waterfall, but when you get above it, you'll see a perfectly hewn heart naturally cut out of the rocks. It's a fun place to visit with friends or even to take a date. Third on this list is Sturdevant Falls in Santa Anita Canyon, which is Los Angeles County's most popular waterfall. The trail is 4 miles round trip through a beautiful canyon with lush forest and historic cabins. At the end of the trip, you're greeted by a 60-foot waterfall that's really impressive when it's flowing. While some of the other waterfalls on this list are seasonal, Sturdevant Falls is generally flowing year-round, but it's most impressive in the spring. You can also extend this hike by heading down to Hermit Falls, which is an equally impressive waterfall on the south part of the canyon. The 4th waterfall on this list is Trail Canyon Falls in Tujunga. This 4-mile round-trip hike deserves a spot on the list due to how awesome the approach to the waterfall is. After 2 miles walking along a stream, you'll start to gain elevation as you go up into the hills. When you round one of the hills, you'll immediately see Trail Canyon Falls right out in front of you in the middle of the canyon, and it's pretty magical. If you make it down the steep climb to the base of the waterfall, you'll be greeted by a cascading flow that goes over the granite. This hike is more difficult than some of the others on the list, but still easily accessible for most of the family. The 5th waterfall on this list is Escondido Falls in Malibu. Escondido Falls is a personal favorite of mine, and this 5-mile round-trip hike actually has 3 waterfalls on it. The 1st and the 3rd waterfall are the most impressive, but even if you just make it to the 1st, you'll still be in for a treat. Making it all the way to the 3rd waterfall requires some steep climbing and shouldn't be undertaken lightly. If you make it to the top, you'll be greeted by a 100-foot waterfall that flows beautifully over moss into a small pool at its base. It's one of the most impressive waterfalls on this list and something you should definitely check out. The 6th waterfall on this list is Three Sisters, which is San Diego County's most impressive waterfall. Many people will say that they like Cedar Creek better, but if you see the Three Sisters when it's flowing, it's hard to think of a better waterfall in all of Southern California. This 4-mile hike is intense though, which is why it is one of the last waterfalls on this list. The canyon that you climb into is very steep, and you must take it slow if you decide to go. It's equally as hard climbing back out as it's steep going up on the way back. The Three Sisters is a collection of 3 waterfalls, each with their own unique flows. The top one is a more standard waterfall with the water flowing directly into the pool below. The 2nd and 3rd waterfalls are cascading over a long piece of land, which makes them impressive but different than the top one. Also, it's incredibly popular on the weekends, so try to go on a weekday if you're able to. Before jumping into the last waterfall, here are a few honorable mentions. First, the Dana Point waterfall in the Dana Point Harbor only flows pretty much the day after it rains. It's a man-made waterfall, but that doesn't make it any less impressive when you see it raging. Next, Solstice Canyon has a nice 20-foot waterfall. The hike itself is great though, as it takes you to historic ruins, so the waterfall is just an added bonus. Ortega Falls on Highway 74 is the next honorable mention. It's a beautiful waterfall that doesn't flow very often, but when it does, it's a short 1/10 of a mile hike to an impressive waterfall. So my 7th and final waterfall for this list is Blackstar Canyon Falls in Orange County. This is easily the most difficult hike on this list, clocking in at around 7 miles round trip. A couple of those miles are really slow going as you're crossing the stream, climbing over boulders, and trying to dodge poison oak. When you make it to this 45-foot waterfall, you'll see what all the fuss is about. The water flows through a man-made cave, which gives it that impressive look that you've no doubt seen before. It's also a pretty seasonal waterfall, so don't go if there hasn't been any rain. So there you have it, my 7 favorite Southern California waterfalls. What did I leave off this list that's your favorite? Be sure to let me know in the comments. If you like this video, subscribe for more content in California and check out CaliforniaThroughMyLens.com for more.